Okay, good afternoon everybody. How are you all doing today? It's a beautiful day here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. It's on July the 14th. It's about 4 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm sitting by the water, drinking an amazing lager right now, around a vibrant crowd with the beautiful scenery of the water. And the weather is amazing here, and I can just feel the heat radiating on my skin. So today, what we're going to look at is we're going to do a fairly detailed Elliott wave theory technical analysis count, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why I'm heavily interested in this coin with a day trading position of 20,000 American, where I hope to yield a fairly substantial gain today of anywhere from 6 to 15%. One trade a day can keep a real job away. And I wanted to touch up on one thing first of all. Okay, so somebody asked me, I don't know why I don't watch more of your videos. Everyone is amazing. I'm sorry you feel you have to charge, but you're definitely too generous with the information you put up with and the negativity you put up with, so I don't blame you. So my simple response is this: my time is worth a lot. I'm one of, if not the top analyst that's public and used to trade live for 3 years in the cryptocurrency markets. 2018, you guys all know, voted #1 trader at Bitcoin.com. 2019, #6 trader. And you'll pay for quality education like anything else in life. Nothing comes for free if you want top education. So that's the main reason I'm doing this. And I hope you guys know that the YouTube subscription, I'm only allowing 500 people to come into this subscription-based program, okay? So what you'll be getting is, instead of getting one Bitcoin technical analysis per week, you'll be getting anywhere from 3 to 4. You're also going to get a morning or afternoon market scan, depending on the time that I get up, as you guys know me. And I will give you a solid 10 to 15 minute analysis of the top 6 to 8 coins that I'll be heavily interested in trading that day, depending on the volatility, a quick summary of the RSI, MACD, and histogram itself as well, and looking at price action based on the volume and percentage change. So that's going to be a great way for you guys to pick up some amazing habits that's going to help you formulate your own style and theories of trading. So I think that everybody is going to eventually develop their own style of trading. As much as you guys like my style of scalping, it's not necessarily going to be good for you if your personality of being, for example, aggressive, being very daring, being very bold, being very adventurous, right? Some people might have a different type of personality and it may not exactly suit them. But either way, what I am is just another type of newspaper publication. You have to read 10 different types of newspapers to gain a perspective and your own opinion. You can't just watch, for example, I'm just using this as an example. I don't mean to knock anybody off, but if you're just watching CNBC or just maybe CNN or just, from my city, CTV or just Global, you have to be well-rounded and equip yourself with an arsenal of different opinions and skills. This way, it's going to eventually develop your own style of trading. And that's what this morning and afternoon market scan will be good for. And I'm also going to teach you how to compound your profits at the end of each night, where I'll do a evening market summary for you as well, where we're going to summarize our trades, because without summarizing our trades and evaluating the mistakes that we've made, kind of like anything else in life, if you don't evaluate the situations that you've been through, how can you progress and learn from them? I personally think it's all about persevering through adversity, and once you learn these mistakes that you've made and you document it through a documentation style of processing your trades, you're going to be able to learn from them, and eventually these mistakes will be minimized, and over time maybe you'll develop your own style, you'll make less mistakes, your win percentage will be higher as well. And that's only for the subscription-based people, where 500 people will get in, and the price will be it'll be 10 Canadian dollars a month. That's not bad. That's going to be enough income for myself to fund my dog's alcohol fund, Luna, as you guys know, because that's going to be a lot of vodka for her. And you know that she loves her vodka, my dog, right? That's the reason I got her, right? Wanted to save her from becoming an alcoholic. But she's actually more of an alcoholic because you guys keep tipping her. I'm just kidding, guys. And on top of that as well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a live technical analysis on every single coin that I'll be trading for that day. If not live, then it's going to be pre-recorded, but it's going to be before I enter. And during I enter, I'm going to narrate my position as well. So I think that you guys are only going to take tons away from this. And I think for $10 a month, $10 Canadian, by the way, that's like $7.50 American, because we only buy American dollars. I think you guys are, I don't know, $7.50 is not really a lot to some people, could be a lot to some people. But hey, like anything else in life, education comes at a price, and you guys know that I've had nothing but your backs for the past 3-4 years. And I'm the furthest person from a traditional trader, right? I'm definitely no Wall Street white collar person that goes to the office. As you guys know, I like to travel a lot and trade from anywhere. This year I'll be going to Vancouver again, and hopefully I'll be heading to my home country, Laos, in Europe for 3 years. But that's on the fence right now because of the COVID issues. And anyways, let's get to this technical analysis. I'm really excited to be helping you guys, and especially to be doing an Elliott wave count. Because Sir Mr. Fibonacci, Mama Whale. Okay, you guys know how I got the nickname Mama Whale? A lot of people were asking. So a whale is someone in the market that plays with a fairly large amount of money in the market, right? So a whale is a matriarchal community or society. And they're mammals like elephants where the females, right? The females are the boss in the family. They make the decisions, they're the group leaders. Just like whales, just like elephants, right? And that's why they call me Mama Whale. Get it? Because I take care of my pod, and you guys are my baby whales. That's how the whole branding started, in case you guys are curious. All right, so let's get on with this, guys. I'm super excited to be helping you right now, and we've done a fairly thorough technical analysis right now, and I knew for a fact that we're just hitting some miraculous numbers right now, and all the Elliott wave counts are fitting into criteria. And after reading many books, as you guys have as well, that I know, because I've suggested many different books, we're going to be able to deduce this with flying colors, and we're going to rationally deduct why this should be the main count, and we're also going to argue against ourselves with an alternate count as well, okay? So with an alternate count, the reason we have this is because of this, okay? It's kind of like a backup, okay? For example, let me give you this idea. Whenever, I have a date with a girl, and she ends up ditching me, I always have a backup. And my backup's and his name is Jay. That's my best friend, right? Every time, a date cancels on me or something, I call up my guy friend Jay and I end up hanging out with him. That's just what a backup is. You just have a backup plan. So an alternate count is something where you have a main count that you're banked in, but because it goes horribly wrong, you now have a plan where this could now be the alternate choice for you to make, okay? And as any professional trader would say to you, that as we stick to our risk to reward, but of course it's not going to go our way the minority of times. And when it doesn't go the minority of times, most profitable traders in the world, they understand the rule that first of all you have to protect your asset, you have to preserve it, right? And then you have to grow it. And that's how you take a small amount of money or any amount of a principal size, and that's how you can grow. Okay, so it's really important to understand that yes, you can be right half of the time. But what defines a trader, in my personal opinion, is how we protect our asset when things go wrong. And what is our asset? That's our capital. And our capital is the most important asset. So if we can't protect our asset, how can we grow it, right? We have to preserve it, we have to protect it, and then we have to grow it. Does that make sense to you guys? I really do hope it makes sense. So anyways, so then if you don't stick to a risk to reward, you have to have that monk-like discipline as if you were Buddha himself. I apologize for making that reference if it offended anybody, but you have to make that type of decision. What I used to do when I was a younger trader way back in the days when I was just a little baby whale myself was I had to close my eyes, and then I had to click on that X button to whatever it is, or click on that liquidation button to closing your position. And then I used to revenge trade, which meant I was like, you know what, I'm down 4% right now, and then I gotta make it back. I'm gonna revenge trade. I'm gonna bet even bigger of a principal size. I'm gonna take a bigger risk to reward. I'm gonna or like a worse risk to reward that's gonna yield something more risky. And then you adopt that idea that without risk there's no possibility of reward, but without massive risk there's no possibility of massive reward. So it's not really healthy to adopt that type of that mentality where you think that you need to trade a lot bigger in order for you to win back your gains. Actually, the best thing to do is counterintuitive. Instead of trading more to try to win back your gains, what you should actually be doing is you should be get off of your laptop, get off of your phone, get off of your tablet, get off of your MacBook, whatever you're trading on. Go for a walk around the block for 10 minutes, clear your mind, go get ice cream. But don't do anything like have a beer. Okay, guys? Don't do any, abuse any substances. Don't beat yourself down. You have to remember the mistakes, okay? It goes like this, okay? After you've made a mistake, forget the mistakes and remember the lessons. It's kind of like anything else in life, right? You cannot dwell on it. Do you guys ever see people walking backwards in real life? I rarely backwards. Actually, I never walk backwards. You always see people walking forward. So make sure that you adopt that mentality of a champion as well, right? A champion's mindset, in my opinion, is somebody who puts in a lot of effort into something and they expect results. And because they don't get the result that they want, they're going to be emotionally turmoiled, and they're going to be very disappointed, right? And that's okay. And that's kind of a good mentality to have for trading. But you also have to understand that when you're in emotional turmoil from trading, because trading has to do with two factors, dealing with your greed and dealing with your fear. And until you can actually manage those two basic emotions, then you are able to trade a bigger size. If you cannot handle your emotions when you're only trading with, say, 10,000 American dollars, then maybe you shouldn't be trading with that size to begin with. You guys have seen me trade with astronomical amounts, up to, I don't know, for day trading, we're talking about maybe $250,000 on my live YouTube channel. It's American, right? And it didn't just happen overnight. I had to build up that discipline to be able to give the middle finger to bad trades and say to myself, you know what? This is the best learning experience that I've ever had. And I think that with that type of mindset, we're going to be able to learn from our mistakes. We're going to be able to document it as well. And hopefully we can thrive in the future by minimizing these mistakes that we make. So anyways, let's get into this technical analysis for Bitcoin right now. Or sorry, for the Chainlink. And keep in mind, a Chainlink is a beautiful coin right now. First of all, let's evaluate. My friend's asking me to head to his house right now early, but I can't. So right now, this ended up going upwards since about March, okay? March is a very strong point for a lot of coins that started astronomically and hyperbolically going up to the upside. So you know what I love about parabolas, especially ones that are hyperbolic? They are equal to this particular equation. So we take a look at Chainlink right here, okay? Which started on about March the 15th, we'll say. So actually, let's take a look at a different one here. I don't like this particular formula that I'm using. So now we're going to take a look at date and price range here. If you guys don't know this tool that I'm using, it's on the left-hand side. You see date and price range right here, okay? And then we say to ourselves, all right, well, this started around March the 10th right now, and this coin went all the way up with an astronomical value here for 125 days, which is about 4 months. And for 4 months, if you had put in $1, you would have got a $5 bill back. It went up 520%. Now, even if you caught 10% of that 500%, which is a 50% increase, for every $10 that you would have put in, you would have got $15 back. Now, the goal is not to catch the bottom or to catch the top. That's just greedy. And you're never going to be able to do that, okay? The goal, longer term, is not to make those one big trades that you're going to capitalize on and be able to win. The probability of that happening is equivalent to maybe you winning the lottery. You know, it could happen, but it's not likely to happen. It's better for you to take these smaller trades that add up over time, right? It's always the small victories. It's kind of relating it in life when you have a dilemma, right? People have a dilemma, which we can call A, and then there's Z as well, okay? So Z is where they want to be, and that's the problem. That's fixed. But then people forget about B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, you know, all the other letters in the alphabet. And those are what I call the baby steps that lead you from A to Z. And people are so discouraged by the fact that they cannot get to Z and that they just want to get the end result immediately, that they just end up giving up to begin with, or they don't even try, right? Or they give up when they're like a little bit in, or they don't even try. So think of that like trading. You're at A with the principal size that you have, and then you want to get to Z, which is becoming like a gazillionaire, right? That's kind of why we're in this market. It's the only market in the world, or the only profession, where we can talk about finances this openly. We are day traders. We are stock traders, basically, right? But in a different market. Now, I don't know about some of you guys, but I'm definitely not in, you know, Forex. I'm not in equities or anything like that. I'm not in the real estate industry. I'm in specifically technical analysis, 100%, zero fundamental analysis in the cryptocurrency markets, because I believe that we're early investors and we are adopting something like the internet back in the 70s, or, you know, investing in high-speed internet or fiber optics when it's still in the very... Sorry, I'm watching a little pack of geese that are walking by here right now, which is very distracting, because the leader of the pack there is very handsome. It's strutting with its white around its beak there. It's gorgeous with a white tail, walking so handsomely, giving me a little wink here and there as well. Let's say, look at me, I look like a really happy goose today, don't I? Anyways, it gets sidetracked quite often. So What I'm relating to is that you want to make some small profits, which is basically your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Your all the other letters of the alphabet. That's going to get to your Z end game. So here we trended once again, 125 days, 518%, and that's nothing in the crypto market. So look at, for example, Bitcoin, okay, VeChain. VeChain ended up doing 1,048% over a 3-month period. You put in $1, you would have got $10 back. And you guys all remember how it was for me in 2017 in the bull market when we saw 1,000 to 2,000 to 10,000% gains on some coins. Just as an example, we saw EOS spike up to ridiculous amounts from a penny to $18. We saw Ethereum that I got in $1, it went to 1,400. That was probably my biggest gainer in my life, right? That did like a 10,000% gain. So, anyways, and I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunity. Don't think for a moment that just because you missed out on these opportunities that you're not going to have a chance again. Remember it like this, that you are in this specific setting because you missed out on it, okay? And that's what brought you to this game. That's what got your attention and curiosity. That's what it's making you work even harder to persevere through the adversity of missing out on these types of opportunities, okay? So anyways, enough of the preaching. But you guys gotta understand that my job is not just to give you guys a technical analysis daily and to give you fish. My job is to teach you how to fish. There are those who know that they're never gonna become a good trader because of the mentality, because of the lack of mentality, and because of the lack of discipline that they carry. And you gotta remember that to be a very successful trader, in my opinion, there's gonna be strict guidelines that you must adhere to. Like anything else in life, it's not one of those jobs where you can just wake up and be in your pajamas and adopt really bad routines and all of a sudden you're gonna win that magical trade that's gonna allow you to, do things like give you a little bit more freedom. So I made a quick joke here. Rules of being a successful trader. Don't ever invest in education. Luck plays a key role. 2, listen to everyone but yourself. 3, forget risk management. Stop losses are not important after 2 years. 4, sign up for signals. 5, let your dog trade for you. 6, get liquidated often. Kind of do the opposite of all of that, right? So make sure that you guys are always investing in yourselves and taking the proper time. So anyways, let's get into this. This is my last moment that I'm going to be talking and preaching just the way that I just did now. So here we go. We're going to start off with the basic Elliott wave count right here. So for those that don't know what an Elliott wave theory count is it's a way that we divide up fractals in the market that says that there's going to always be 5 subwaves going out to the upside, and then for an impulse wave up, and then we're going to get corrective waves in the form of, for example, ABCDEs or ABCs coming to the downside, where fractals can be divided with wave patterns, right? And this is going to be on different degrees where we are going to see it continuously oscillate in the market up and down like a sine wave. So that's my 1 right here going up. And then this is my 2 coming down. And we've also deduced all of this as well, which was fairly phenomenal for us to be able to get this type of deduction, okay? So I personally believe that is 1. That's 2 right here, and this is 3. So if this were my 3rd wave right now, okay? Oh, I have to pause the video for a moment. Okay, guys, when I come back, it might be 10 minutes later in the time frame, so I apologize for that. I just have to make a quick call to my friend, and he's a little bit worried because he thinks he got liquidated, so excuse me. Alright guys, I was only gone for about 4 minutes. Thank you very much for waiting. I appreciate that tons. Say my 3 favorite lettered word. Okay? It would be BAM, motherfuckers. Look at that, guys. It hit 850. If you looked at my previous technical analysis video, I said on the nose it would hit 850 because 1, that would be considered your S2, or so your R2, and R2 would be considered your resistance 2, right? Resistance 1 would be somewhere that's factored in to roughly, actually, what did we hit? Yeah, we hit 850 again, which is amazing. Did we just double top? If we ended up double topping, guys, you know what that means? Okay, hold on. Am I right right here? Okay, no, that was yesterday, guys. I'm sorry, okay? I got a little bit over ahead of myself. Okay. It got to, what did it get to right now? It got to $8.37. That's close enough to 850. So I'd still say that's a BAM moment. And say my 3 favorite words, guys. It's actually not I love you. My 3 favorite words is actually you were right. And that I get that a little bit too often. If I had a girlfriend, she probably would hate saying it to me, but thank goodness I don't have one. So anyways, let's get back to this technical analysis right now because it's getting very windy and a lot of my friends are expecting me to head over to their place because they're losing a crap ton of money right now. And don't forget guys, if you need any type of advising whatsoever, my rate's 200 American an hour. But for some friends, you guys show me pictures of your dogs or tell me a really good joke, I'll do it for 100 American an hour, of course, right? Okay, so let's do this. As you guys saw already, I already counted the first wave many times in previous videos, okay? And this is a target that was easily derived. And how did we derive it so easily? By using our good friend here, Mr. Sir Fibonacci. Okay, Fibonacci extension is one of the most amazing tools. It's based on the Fibonacci sequence of numbers or set of numbers in the math world, right? For those that don't know it, if you take specific ratios, it can form beautiful ratios such as the golden ratio that's found naturally occurring everywhere in the universe. And the golden ratio is 61.8, right, or 618. And we can find that from the way that our bodies are actually proportional to each other, to the way sand is actually shaved, and to the way architects design buildings, to the way our genes are coiled and helixed in a DNA, to the way the solar system revolves around our solar system revolves around the sun, to the way solar systems in general revolve around in a galaxy, around the black hole. So we can find these types of golden ratios everywhere in the universe. And what's really cool about that is we can also find it in the stock market as well. And I used to be a Fibonacci trader until I started, being like a ninja. When, guys, I'm Asian, right? And I never run out of jokes or ninja stars. And as an Asian person, I like to have a lot of different types of skills to use weapons. And because of that, I'm always equipped with a lot of different tools, right? And during the circumstance, I might want to use a different weapon in a different circumstance. It's kind of like trading. You want to have an arsenal of skills in the market, 100, 1,000, and then depending on the circumstance, you might be using a different type of strategy that's going to be more confluent than other strategies, okay? And right now, I'm not really the biggest Fibonacci trader, but I do use it as a reference point. For example, if this was wave 1 right here, okay, this is wave 1, and that's 2, I'm going to make sure that my wave 3 is obviously at least a 1-to-1 extension. When I say 1-to-1 extension, I'm talking about this guy right there. And a 1-to-1 extension simply refers to the most basic rule of Fibonacci, which says that wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. And especially for an impulse wave to the upside, when you're getting the third wave, it's usually never going to be the shortest. But if it is in the 5th degree wave, right, then you might see it in a different context where it's shorter if it was an ending 5th wave diagonal. Does that make sense? So an ending 5th wave diagonal is often, the 3rd wave is often the 2nd longest. The 5th is actually the shortest wave and the 1st is the longest, okay? So anyways, so if that was our first wave right there, then we're easily going to be able to say this right here, okay? Then we're going to say that this particular wave right here is obviously guys, right? Yeah, the 3rd wave going to the upside. Now that we've deduced that particular part, we're going to demarcate a particular region of... Look at this, guys. I'm already like, what are you guys up already? Okay, give me your tweets. Like, honestly, write in YouTube if you guys, and on Twitter, if you guys are actually up a major amount just from this video alone. This is the reason why they call me the Bitcoin Prophet on Reddit. That's, you know what? It's not being a prophet. It's not luck. It's not guesswork, guys. This is what you call very, very hard work. Keep in mind that I'm an engineer and a mathematician by trade, right? And I left my profession just so I could start trading because I thought that my skills would be much better utilized in the stock market. Not only that, I put in 1.5 years of work where I studied 16 hours a day and didn't see a single person for 7 days a week. That's pretty impressive, and that's enough to yield a master's degree in this field, I would say. Not only that, the live trades, all the awards I've won, Forbes tried to get me in there, and I told them I'm not ready for that kind of stuff yet, right? So now it's just a matter of helping you guys out, right? And I hope that I can translate these skills to you guys in a very clear and concise manner, okay? I know that I talk extremely fast, but that's just the nature of the world when it comes to me. I'm not going to slow down for anybody. You're either going to keep up or be left behind. Because hate to say it, guys, but this is not a pity party where we're going to extend 5th place prizes to everybody, In my place, there's only competition in my eyes. Okay, for trading, we're all trading against each other. Keep that in mind and don't ever forget that. This is the fiercest competition in the world, and every time money is lost from you, it doesn't mean that you're giving it to someone else. It means it's being extracted from you and it's being passed to someone else. That's the way that I see profit and losses, right? Because the market cap ends up remaining the same, and that all that we do is we extract money from the market or we inject money into the market, and that's how it is. So now let's go to a lower time frame now that we've seen it more on a macro scale. And we're already in the $8 ranges, guys. You guys better be tipping me for this call, and you guys better be looking forward. I'm sitting on a chair right now with my legs propped up, sipping a beautiful Fort Garry lager right now, watching the geese right now. Got beautiful company on my left and right with a vibrant crowd, and the water looks amazing, and people are just loving their lives. It's a really hard day in the office, guys. You know how it is, right? So anyways, let's do this right now. Now that we've already deduced that specific count right there, we're gonna deduce these particular Elliott wave theory counts as well. So this right here is the fifth wave going to the upside, okay? That's the fifth, that's the it's a third wave, and we're gonna try to break that down into 3 waves, okay? Let's see my skill, guys. Let's see if 7 Elliott wave books that are 300 pages have done me any good. Let's see my retention for what I've learned. So what we're seeing right here is 1, 2, et 3, 4, et 5. Do you guys know that I've been studying French a lot lately? Because I'm going to go to France again. J'oublie tout mon français, mais je vais étudier pour mes amis. My accent's getting pretty good too. So now we can easily break this down. Okay, that's the first wave guaranteed. Now this is the third wave, and I'm going to prove it to you that this is the third wave because it's easy to count, right? And you know what I love about all of this? Okay, let me show you one thing here as well, okay? Check this out, guys. Check this out on the 1 hour time frame. Right? 2, 4, 6, 1, 8. Who do we appreciate? Go Fibonacci. Okay? Check this out right here. Check out what Mr. Fibonacci did. Mr. Fibonacci ended up going exactly to the 618 Fibonacci region. And we just talked about the significance of that in the universe already, right? I'm trying to talk really fast right now, guys, because I have an emergency. My friend is down $10,000 because his stop loss was put on the stop limit instead of a market execution. And then he just got back from work and he's scratching his head like, why did it execute through a market order? And then he realized that he put a limit up by accident, and now he's down 10 grand. And believe it or not, that's a 3% SL for him. So he's kind of like crapping his pants right now, and I gotta go there to help him manage it. And you know what he offered me? He offered me $2,000 just to help him today. But he's a really good friend, so I'm like, you know what? I like to do it for the goodness of my heart. I'll just take his girlfriend out on a date instead because she's gorgeous. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't tell his girlfriend that. He's probably watching this video right now, and he's probably he's like, when is this guy gonna finish his live stream right now? Okay, so is that easy enough deduction? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Right? That's the fifth wave. But, okay, guys. Okay. But the thing is, it didn't quite finish yet. Okay? So you take a look at this particular fifth wave, and it's actually not finished quite yet. Okay? Do you see what I'm talking about? Okay? So I'm gonna get my cursor out now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's supposed to be 5, right? It's supposed to be the fifth wave, but we got a massive fifth wave there going to the upside, so I don't think that we're actually quite finished. Oh, sorry. Let me backtrack, okay? I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth right now. I'm being really loud right now, guys. I've never been one to be quiet though, right? As you guys know me. Okay, let me resume this video in a second. I'm lagging right now, intermittently. I'll be back, guys, in 1 minute, okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to be a little bit quieter because a lot of people are reading. So I'm gonna tone down my enthusiasm level from 15 out of 10 to 7 out of 10, okay? I'm gonna sound a little bit more monotonic and a little bit more, less enthusiasm in general, okay? Okay, so we got this wave here. This is the third wave. We got 1, we got 2 there, we got 3 there, we got 4 there, and we're making the fifth wave right now to the upside. That is a fact. It's irrefutable logic, okay? And it's insurmountable evidence right now that we see where we know with 100% certainty that this is the top of this right now, okay? This is guaranteed. That's the fifth wave that's going to the upside. I'm pretty sure of it. Can you guys even argue against that? Oh, I'm sorry. I said that entirely wrong. Okay, give me a chance again. Okay, guys. Sorry, I've had half of a beer today. I'm a little intoxicated. I'm just kidding. It's 1, 2, and I think that this is 3. Okay, this is 4, and that's most likely 5. Right? Five somewhere's up there. If that's not the case, then we're gonna argue that this whole thing ends up making one whole wave. Okay, that could be one particular case, or it could be this case right here. Okay, this is 1, this is 2, and that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5, which now finishes the third wave, like that. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So either way, what I'm doing is I'm counting in here. Okay, let me show you. In this particular fifth wave here, I banked on the fact that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a truncated fifth wave right there, or a double top. Okay, so now this is the reason why I firmly believe that we're not gonna end up breaking to the upside, simply because there's nowhere else for it to go right now. We're losing momentum. Okay, let's look at it from a technical perspective now. Okay, let's look at it from the perspective of the MACD. Okay, the MACD right here is already getting a lower high, or a lower one. The histogram, or sorry, the RSI as well, it's losing strength drastically, as you can see here already. Okay, we're getting a lower high on here, and with the lower high on here, it's significant because it's implying that we're getting almost a higher high in price, but a lower high in actual RSI, which is indicating that strength is entirely being lost. Okay, so let's go back out again and deduce this in a more clear and concise way that makes sense, because I don't think I did it in a very clear way for you, did I? Okay, getting bit by mosquitoes. I get bit by so many mosquitoes. My mom used to tell me when I was young that if I don't ever find a lady, maybe a mosquito will marry me because they love me so much. Okay. So, if this right here was the third wave, then this could be the fourth coming down, and the fifth is still forming. And this one right there is still the first wave of the 5 subwaves. So that's one option, is what I meant to say. But I don't think that's likely, and I think that this is actually part of the entire wave structure going to the upside. So what I think it is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, et 5. Just like that. And now we're done. So my base price is pretty amazing right now. It's over $8.20, I believe. So I'm already up a 3% gain on a 20K position, which is pretty small in my personal opinion. But you know, or 3%. No, I'm up 2% right now. So I'm up 400 American dollars already today, just to have a beer and sitting here and watching the beautiful river and being able to provide a free technical analysis for you guys. Okay. So, anyways, I think that you guys are all the same page as me now. We're on the same page. And you know what? Even if that first one was wrong and the latter was not right, it's easy. Okay. Check this out right here. This is now a resistance, clearly. And now we might end up making some sort of ascending type of triangle. And with this ascending type of triangle, as long as the first few form, we're going to be able to bank on this, okay? There's 1 touch, there's 2, there's 3. Give me one more. If this bounces off of here and it goes up here, I'm going to short it right there. And then when it gets here, I'm going to long it right there, because I'm going to expect a breakout to the upside. Or there could be a throw over, right? A short-term throw over. So these are my thoughts. These are the reasons why I'm entering a short position, okay? And where am I targeting for my short position? Easy, guys. Easy. I'm going to be targeting my short position to close right here. Here's my exact risk to reward setup. And yeah, guys, you guys know how I roll. I don't fuck around when it comes to this. And my accuracy has been what, like 85% this year already? For what I've seen. That's pretty absurd. The cockiness will never go away, guys. You know, yeah, the hard work paid off, put it that way. So clearly, that's my range right here. Okay, that's my range. I started at the bottom, now I'm here. I started at the bottom, now my whole bear crew's here. I hope you guys are enjoying this live stream right now. Okay, so I'm gonna be, look at this wick. You guys know that song? How does it go? I like big wicks and I cannot lie. All you other brothers you can't deny. Well, in the market, we all love big wicks, don't we? Okay, so let's just say that we enter somewhere here. Let's just assume that you're not as aggressive as me, and then you are going to wait for this resistance to break right there. Okay, you're gonna wait for it, for it to get a resistance. It's gonna bounce. See this particular tiny little wick right here? Tiny little wick. It's more like a big wick. I know you guys like your big wicks. So you see a wick right there, okay? That's just poking at this purple line I'll make for you guys, just so we can differentiate here. It's a lot easier to discern. Okay, see that purple line right there? And then it hits a peak resistance right up here. Okay, and then at that point right there is where you end up shorting it. So let's just say that you entered with that specific logic right there. So you got your strategy formulated, you know exactly what you're doing, and now you're going to get into your short position right here to bet against the market. And we're going to bet against the market, and we're going to target most likely somewhere between 0.5 to 0.82. But your stop loss is going to be set at somewhere that you are comfortable with, depending on the R unit that you allocate. Okay, so if you allocated R unit of say 1.5% here, well, better make sure that this high probability trade is going to be something that is going to be in your favor. So even at the 382 Fibonacci range here, what you're seeing is, you're seeing at the 382 Fibonacci range, well, that's still a possible reward of 2.5%. Name one bank in the world that gives more than 2% annual interest. Nowhere, right? So if you put in, did you guys know that if you had $1,000 and you compounded your interest at a bank that gave you 1% per day for 100 hold on, I'm doing the math in my head. If you did it for 60 years, if you put in $1,000 in the bank for 60 years and it compounded at 1% per year, you would actually come out with $2,600 after 60 years. Is that kind of funny when you think about it? That's hilarious, right? So if you did your compounding profits for crypto at 1% per day for 6 months, which is 180 days, and you had an initial principal size of $1,000, so for 1% per day at 6 months, which is 180 days. So once again, 6 months, 180 days at 1% with initial principal size of $1,000. After 180 days, your bankroll would grow from $1,000 to $6,000. You would have made $5,000 if you just adopted some simple strategies that could allow you to grow at 1% a day. That also suits your personality, right? So this is my strategy. So here you would have yielded 2.58% a day, or 2.58% of here. So guys, bam, I've got to go. 4:30 right now. I'll give you guys a major update tonight, and I really hope that you're looking forward to my new YouTube subscription-based program that's going to cost you literally 3 cups of coffee, 4 cups of coffee a month. I'm only letting 500 people in it. It's going to be $10 Canadian per month, okay? And you guys are going to get not just one Bitcoin technical analysis per week. That's just for normal people. You guys are a lot more special. You guys are going to get 3 to 4 Bitcoin technical analysis per week with Elliott Wave as well. That's why I've been holding off on Elliott Wave, saving it for the premier groups, right? And then I'm gonna give you guys a morning and an evening market, like a kind of like a watch list or a market scan. So in the morning, it'll be a morning or afternoon market scan to let you know my coins of interest, and that's gonna be done every day that I trade. Not every single day, but every day that I trade, which is usually 4 to 6 days a week. Sometimes I don't even take a day off, right? But can you really call this work when I get to interact with amazing people like you guys? When I get to teach people and have an impact in the world, and I get to travel and get to sip on beer and be around really cool people and meet beautiful guys and beautiful girls, and you know, it's kind of cool, right? So anyways, and then in the evening, you get that summary, and we're also going to go through a documentation and review process as well. That's going to allow us to review each and every single trade that I made, so you guys can learn from it as well. And after that, you guys are also going to get a technical analysis for each of the coins that I'm trading for that day, usually live. If not live, shortly after I've made the video, it'll be uploaded immediately, so we'll all be on the same page. And the goal of this is to see you in this description for no longer than 3 to 6 months. And the reason why I don't want you guys to be in this program for 3 to 6 months longer is simply because after 3 to 6 months, hopefully you'll have gained your footing by then, and you'll have learned so much to the point where you can actually... Is it raining? Oh no, my car's gonna get wet. I hate it when my car gets wet. I gotta rush home if it is. So anyways, it's you guys are gonna be able to learn for 3 to 6 months, and you won't need my help after that. Sorry guys, Mama Whales or Mama Bird is gonna kick you out of the tree, and you better learn how to fly by then. If you don't know how to fly, you're just gonna bounce on the ground and flop, and eventually you will. So that's the goal of this program, and also so I can allocate a lot of my time to be helping only a finite amount of people. If I could put 5,000 people in it, I would, but there's only one Philicon crypto, right? There's only one Philicon crypto and Mama Whale. So I gotta make sure that my time is used sparingly to help out the people that do wanna learn, and I gotta make sure that I divide it up equally. So anyways, have yourself a wonderful day. I cannot wait to give you guys a review of my trades that I made today. And I'm going to give you guys an evening update, hopefully if I have time, of Bitcoin, and also of the trades, a documentation and review process of the trades that I have made as well. So have yourselves a wonderful day, guys, this beautiful July the 14th day. So take care and have yourselves a great day, and thank you very much for the love and the support. And if you guys love the content that I'm making, don't ever give me a thumbs down on YouTube, okay? Give me a like every time on Twitter, okay? I'm trying to hit 2,000 followers, or 200,000 followers on Twitter this year. I've been hovering around the 100K for the longest time. I want to get that up there, and I'm still trying to get a pretty big amount on YouTube, just because I want to expand the help base. And I think it's going to be a good library for people to help. So give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you guys love these videos, so I know to keep making them the way that I'm making them. And what I especially love is the constructive criticism that you guys also give me, okay? So have yourselves a great day, and thank you very much for everything that you've always given me. And by the way, take a look at this volatility right now. We're already under $8. Bam, motherfuckers. That's how you make $5,000 in a day. See you guys later.